I'm Aaron from PhoneDog.com, and I'm live in Berlin where we just wrapped up all of Samsung's Unpacked events from last night. Now, it was exciting news on several different fronts. Not only do we have a successor to the Galaxy Note, the Samsung Galaxy Note 2, we have the Samsung Galaxy Camera, and then we have the Samsung Ativ S, which is a Windows Phone 8 smartphone that's coming soon, at least internationally, perhaps to the US as well. We can certainly hope for that type of competition in the US marketplace. But I'm kind of here to tell you a little bit about my thoughts after working with the devices, because oftentimes on Twitter, on Facebook, on MySpace, I'm just kidding, I actually don't have a MySpace page, nor does PhoneDog, but on Google+, those relevant social networks, I often get questions like, how's this button? How's that button? How does it feel in the hand? So you know what? I'm just going to talk a little bit and tell you what I think about both devices. So I had some quite a bit of hands-on time with the Galaxy Note 2 and the Samsung Galaxy Camera. The Samsung Galaxy Camera is actually a pretty impressive proposition to me, and it's probably, between the two devices, the one I'm more excited about just because it represents something new. It represents something new in the space, both for mobile and for the camera industries as well, because oftentimes, we use our smartphone cameras to take pictures. We often complain about how shoddy the picture quality is or how grainy it is, whatever the case may be. But we use it because we can share stuff instantly. We can share via Twitter, we can share via email, whatever the case may be. You like to do sharing, and I do too. And that's something that I'm really excited about here because it brings most of the benefits of Android, Google Play, sharing, messaging, 3G, 4G connectivity into a camera as well. So I can see this being great for when you want to snap that quick picture, you want to send it to your mom, but you want it to be a good picture. Perhaps you're at a wedding, or perhaps you're at something that matters long term, like obviously a wedding, or maybe sadly you're at a funeral or something, and you're taking pictures and you need to send these pictures quickly to somebody or get them in an album or do something of that nature. You can do that with the Samsung Galaxy Camera. And so it's a fusion of social networks and instant access with the traditional camera, and that's something that I think can be a great value proposition for a lot of people. We'll see how expensive it is when it hits various carriers, whether they'll subsidize it and provide a data plan with it. We'll find out. I anticipate they won't. It'll probably be between $399 and $500 with a minor subsidy or without a subsidy at all, but we'll see how it rolls out. Then there's the Samsung Galaxy Note 2, and honestly, I was a fan originally. Let me clarify. I was not a fan originally of the Samsung Galaxy Note. Then I carried it as part of a 30-day challenge and decided that I actually enjoyed, having a larger display. It was great for email, a little bit too big to hold in the pocket, still too big for daily use, but honestly, fantastic for drawing notes, working on stuff, and especially with the premium suite of applications, it added a nice play to it. And Android 4.0 obviously was updated on the original device. Now the Note 2's come out, it's a bigger display, and my immediate thought was, how much larger can they go with this display? But I'm here to tell you, it actually feels a little bit better in the hand. It's a little bit narrower and a little bit taller than the original Galaxy Note, making it easier to hold in the hand. I can actually wrap my entire hand around it, whereas on the Galaxy Note, I can't touch my fingers on both sides of the device. So it's a little bit easier to hold. The S Pen is a million times easier to hold. That was one of my biggest complaints about the original Note. The S Pen was too short, and it didn't quite have the capabilities that I would like to have seen it with. So not only are you getting a bigger and better S Pen, but you're also getting one that works so much better with the device with some great new software features. Things like hovering over to preview what's in the folder, seeing where, let's say you're watching a movie and you want to see what happens at the 20-minute mark, you can scroll down with the S Pen, hover over it, and it'll show you a preview. Those are all really cool features, and it can, this is my thing with Android. Android's saturated the market right now. There are a million Android devices out there. The value play for a lot of these manufacturers is really going to be in software because, let's be honest, quite a few of the high-end devices in the US have the same 1.5 gigahertz dual-core processor, have a very similar 4.7, 4.8, 4.5, whatever inch display, be it HD or not. Most of them have 8-megapixel cameras. Most of them now have Android 4.0. The value play for a lot of these manufacturers is going to be in software. It's going to be in finding unique ways to make the software work for the consumer, and that's why I really enjoy the Galaxy S3 because they've got some incredible software features. And if you watch my reviews and dogfights, you know this. It's something that I think is a great value for a lot of these people that are coming into Android for the first time, and they're like, they all seem exactly the same. They all look exactly the same. What is the value proposition? Why should I go with Android as opposed to iOS? What is it I want on an Android device? I think the software stuff really makes a difference. So that's something I see a lot in the Galaxy Note 2 as well. They've really made the software work well with the S Pen, and I'm excited to try it out when the review units come, hopefully sooner rather than later. Stay tuned for more on PhoneDog.com for all of the stuff. The Ativ S, unfortunately, we didn't get any hands-on time with because they're not showing Windows Phone 8 right now, but it does look like a nice smartphone with some great features, and as soon as we can get hands-on, we'll have it for you on youtube.com/phonedog and on phonedog.com. I'm Aaron from phonedog.com. Stay tuned for more. That's a lot of phonedog.coms in a short period of time, but that's okay. phonedog.com, phonedog.com, phonedog.com. Stay tuned to the site for continuing coverage. Notice I said site instead of phonedog. Site for continuing coverage. And be sure to follow me on Twitter as well. Let me know what you think of Samsung's new product announcements at phonedog_Aaron and on Facebook, both at facebook.com/phonedog and at my page, facebook.com/phonedogab. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more on the site as we continue this crazy fall and winter season in smartphones. I'll see you next time.